Hello everybody, I'm Jonathan Mears and I'm an author, which means I write stories. I write books, I make books. That's what I do, that's my job. But hey, guess what? That's not always been my job. Oh no. I've done many other jobs. Once upon a time, when I first left school, I was a sailor in the Merchant Navy. I've been a stand-up comedian, yeah. I've been an actor. I've driven an ice cream van. I've done all kinds of other jobs. But when I was very young, maybe your kind of age, there was something that I really wanted to do. Let me ask you guys a question. Hands up if any of you guys know what you'd like to do when you're grown up, when you're an adult, when you leave school or college, or that you don't worry, that it doesn't matter if you don't know, it doesn't matter at all. There's loads of time to think about stuff like that. But if any of you happen to know what you'd like to do when you're an adult, what you'd like to do for a job, put your hand up now. Okay, put your hand up. Oh, right, so you'd like to be a teacher. Excellent, well done. You'd like to be a joiner. Lovely. Doctor, yeah, great. Footballer, pop star, yeah, very good. Librarian, now there's a good job. Let me see, lots and lots of lovely hands in the air, telling me all the kind of things that you'd like to do when you're much older. When I was your kind of age, I wanted to do all kinds of stuff. I wanted to be a footballer. I wanted to be a cricketer. I wanted to be a jockey. Yeah, I know. I wanted to be a zoologist. I wanted to do all kinds of things. But there was one thing back then that I wanted to do more than any other thing, right? I wonder if any of you can guess what it might have been, because I am so old. I can actually remember something that happened a very long time ago. Not 5 years ago. No, older than that. Not 10 years ago. Not 20. I am so old. I can actually remember something that happened 50 years ago. Actually, 51 years ago in 1969. I know! 1969, eh? When dinosaurs roamed the earth. Not really, but it was quite a long time ago. And back in 1969, when I was just a wee boy, something happened that had never happened before. Something truly amazing, something truly historic. Here's a clue. Something literally out of this world. Does anybody know what I might be talking about? Hands in the air if you know what I might be talking about. Yeah. That's right! Because in July 1969, a rocket took off from the Earth and zoomed across space and landed where? Where do you think it might have landed? Hands in the air. No, not Sligo. No. Not Dublin. No, not even Galway. In 1969, a rocket took off, zoomed through space for almost 3 days and landed on the moon. A guy got out of that rocket. Very famous guy called, that's right, Neil Armstrong. Neil Armstrong was an astronaut, and he was the very first human being to set foot on the surface of the moon and walk around on the moon and do this amazing kind of funny, floaty dance. And because I was quite young at the time, and I watched this event live on an old television, trying to stay awake through the night with my mum and dad. But because this happened when I was very young, it made a huge impression on me. And all these years later, I'm still fascinated with the idea of going into space, rockets zooming through space, rockets, anything to do with rockets and zooming through space, landing on the moon. I would love to go to the moon one day. And it occurred to me not so long ago, when I was trying to think what my next story might be, it occurred to me that there would be boys and girls scattered all over the world who could say, my grandpa was an astronaut, which I think's a pretty cool thing to be able to say. I don't know if any of you guys know what your grandpas or your grandmas used to do for a job. Maybe some of you have grandmas and grandpas who are still working. If you don't know, perhaps you can ask your mum and dad or a grown-up, what did grandpa used to do for a job? What did grandma used to do for a job? If you're lucky enough to still have a grandma or grandpa, ask them the next time you see them, grandma or grandpa, what did you used to do for a job? Whatever your grandpas or grandmas used to do, whether they were teachers or bus drivers or taxi drivers or painter and decorators or firefighters or police officers, amazing jobs, very, very cool jobs. But I do think it would be kind of cool to be able to say, if somebody said to you, what did your grandpa used to do? I do think it would be kind of extra cool to be able to say, my grandpa was an astronaut. Don't you think? Yeah. So that's what gave me the idea for a book, a story about a wee boy called Sherman, whose grandpa was an astronaut. And I would love to now read you a little bit of that story.